Hey guys, Henry here. Welcome to another TechXLife video review. Today we will be covering Nintendo's latest and greatest handheld gaming system, the Nintendo 3DS, which came out this past March 2011. So I'm going to run through the specs here. Like the previous DS line, the 3DS has two screens, the top for 3D effect and the bottom for touchscreen control. The top screen is 3.53 inch auto stereoscopic display at 800 by 240 pixels, and the bottom is a 3.02 inch at 320 by 240 pixels. Also on the bottom inside is an analog stick, D-pad for letter buttons, a select home start button, and a power button. Over here we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and power and charge LED indicators. On the left side is the volume control button and an SD card slot pre-installed by Nintendo with a 2GB SD card by Toshiba, which was a nice addition. On the right side of the 3DS is the wireless communications switch. On the top inside are two speakers, the 3D effect control switch, and a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera. On the outside of the 3DS are two additional 0.3 rear-facing cameras and an LED camera indicator, left and right shoulder buttons, a stylus and stylus holder, and the stylus is adjustable in size. Nice feature there. Cartridge slot for not only 3DS games but DS games as well, because the 3DS is backwards compatible, and the charge input there. So as you can see, the 3DS has a nice glossy finish similar to the PSP. On the inside of the 3DS is a 3-axis accelerometer and gyroscope, 128 megabytes of internal memory, and a Nintendo ARM processor. So the top screen widescreen display is very nice. It really brings more life to the games than the smaller screen like the original DS line. The analog stick, which is a new addition to Nintendo's handhelds, is a little rubbery, and it's not as elevated as other analog sticks like the PSP, but it's very firm and very secure and very precise. D-pad and face letter buttons are normal. The select home and start button aren't pop-out buttons, but they still feel very nice, very firm. The camera quality of the 3DS is very below par at 0.3 megapixels for each camera. I think Nintendo could have upped the ante a little bit there. The front-facing camera has been shown to be used for multiplayer games such as Star Fox 64, where your face will be shown in-game and you can video chat, which is nice. I'm not sure how well it'll work with buffering and such, but it's still nice. And for the two cameras out here for the 3D photo taking, the 3D photos and normal photos came out very pixelated and very grainy, and I was very disappointed with that. But the 3D effect for the 3D photos was great and worked fantastic. Really looked like you were looking through a window at actual objects that you were taking pictures of. So I commend Nintendo for doing the 3D photo taking very well. Now the 3D effect for the 3DS as a whole is amazing. It's fantastic. It really adds depth to each game in a different way, some games better than others. I really do not believe it's a gimmick. It's used for many things, not only for games, but for just browsing. Eventually it'll be used for viewing 3D pictures online. It's already being used for 3D video on the 3DS, with more of that added feature to come later. So if you're really into 3D, if you like stereoscopic 3D, then the 3DS is definitely for you. So I'll be covering the software a little more in a later review. This is more of a hardware review. but let's just take a look at what the 3DS has to offer. So here is the home screen for the 3DS's operating system. As you can see, the applications and games are set up in a box format, similarly to the DSi. Some such as the eShop, camera, music, Mii's, AR games, etc. Game is located here. And speaking of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I will be coming out with a review for that soon. Also stored here are downloaded games and applications from the eShop, such as the Pokédex 3D and Excitebike 3D Classic Remade, and those are free for a limited time, so get those now. And we also have some 3D trailers showing off the 3DS's capability for watching 3D movies. So I like the home screen, it's laid out great, no complaints here. I have had no frame rate drops during gameplay and it runs very smooth. Sometimes the 3D effect can come in and out if you're stuck in an awkward camera position, but for the most part it works great. Also included with the 3DS are some augmented reality cards for AR games and for picture taking. This is the normal augmented reality card. Also included are Link, Mario, Samus, Pikmin, and Kirby. So another thing about the 3DS is the battery life. Now I know you all have heard the rumors about how terrible the 3DS's battery life is. It's not really terrible. It's satisfactory. 3D games you can get about 3 to 5 hours depending on your screen brightness, and 5 to 8 hours for DS games. I really wouldn't complain about it. I really don't use 3D when I'm in the car because it's hard to focus and keep your head in the correct position. So battery life really is not something that you should knock the 3DS off for, because of all the other great features that the 3DS has to offer. So, should you buy the 3DS? Well, it depends on what kind of gamer you are. If you're not a gamer at all, then do not buy the 3DS, because this is mostly used as a gaming platform. If you're a Nintendo franchise lover, if you love Mario and Zelda and Metroid, then definitely pick up the 3DS, because a lot of great games are coming out and have already come out, like Ocarina of Time. If you're not a Nintendo franchise lover, but you love third-party games, then it depends. The PlayStation Vita, which is coming out later this year, boasts better technology, as in processing power and higher graphics capabilities. They do not have as many leading first-party games as the 3DS has. So it really depends if you're a Nintendo fan or a PlayStation fan. I personally am more of a Nintendo fan, which is why I picked up the 3DS. So overall, the hardware for the 3DS is very high quality, very sturdy, very glossy finish. It seems like it was worth the $250 price point. The operating system works perfectly, games run great, 3D effect is fantastic. Everyone should experience the 3D effect at least once, and I highly recommend 3DS for Nintendo franchise lovers and gamers all around. So thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe to stay tuned for more reviews and news coming soon, as well as the software review for the Nintendo 3DS, as well as the Ocarina of Time 3D review. I'm Henry, and see you in the next video.